The holidays are a particularly splurgy time of year because there's so much going on. So, how do you make sure that you're able to have the fun and spend for the holiday that you want without having any financial regrets afterwards? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Hi, I'm Tasha with One Big Happy Life, where we help you find balance, build wealth, and live happy. Everything that you need to create the life that you want. Our family loves the holiday season. We look forward to it all year long. And while we want to make sure that we're able to have the kind of holiday that we want to have, the decor, the costumes, the treats, the activities, we also want to make sure that we're doing it in a financially responsible way. And so, yes, you should plan for your holiday spending. That doesn't mean that you can't spend abundantly in the holidays. It just means that when you plan for that spending in advance, you decide in advance what you want your holiday to look like, how much money you want to put towards your different activities. And so when you do spend, you're spending with a plan, and so you're able to spend guilt-free. So how exactly do you do that? Well, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. First of all, you want to make sure that you have a one-year spending plan. So what a one-year spending plan is instead of just looking at your budget this month or this paycheck, you're actually budgeting out for a whole year at a time. Now, of course, we're towards the end of the year as we're doing this holiday planning. So at the very least, you should grab your one-year spending plan from onebighappylife.com/budget and fill out everything from October through December. And ideally go ahead and do your 2021 budget at least for, say, January, February, March. Because the thing is, the spending that you're doing right now in October and November and December could also impact what you're able to do in your January and your February. So the power of a one-year spending plan is that you're able to make solid financial decisions, not just based on the snapshot of what is in front of you today, but based on your overall financial future. And a lot of people think, well, budgets don't change, but they actually do. Like, when is the last time that your months have been exactly the same month after month after month? A spending plan is a living, breathing thing. So it shifts as your needs shift. So we're just going to start with your one-year spending plan right now, as it stands right now, and see what kind of a budget surplus you have, right? Because you want to know how much money you're going to be working with for your holiday spending, just so that you have that number in your mind as we move on to the next steps in the process. So this next step is really fun. It's where you're going to be just dreaming about what you actually want your holidays to look like. So what's important to you? What activities do you want to do? What things do you want to eat? Do you want to travel? If so, what does that look like? How many times are you going to travel? Where are you going to be traveling to? How much do you want to spend on presents? All of those things are important. Also thinking about causes that you want to support, especially during the holidays. So donating time and food and money, all of those things can have an impact on your budget. So just start thinking through what that looks like, what your best holiday season looks like, and then write it all down. Because in the next step, we're going to go over, well, step by step, how much is this actually going to cost, right? And what things are actually going to make it on the list and what might have to wait for next year's celebration. The next step is to decide how much you want to spend on the holiday. Now, everyone celebrates holidays differently, so I'm just going to be talking about the holidays that we primarily celebrate. So for us, that's Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then maybe you also celebrate New Year's Eve. Maybe you do something special, like throw a party, something like that. So what you want to do is decide, well, how much of your available budget surplus do you want to spend on each holiday? How much do you want to spend on Halloween? How much do you want to spend on Thanksgiving? How much do you want to spend on Christmas? And really think about how you want to divide your budget up between all of the holidays that you're going to be celebrating over the next 3 months. In addition to deciding how much you want to spend on each holiday, I would actually break down each holiday into different categories underneath the holiday. So let's use Christmas, for example. We like to do activities for Christmas, so that would be its own category. Then, of course, there's gift giving, which we would break down even smaller into individual people's gift budgets, as well as our donation gift budget. Then we'd also consider decorations. And sometimes we break decorations down into two categories, inside decorations and outside decorations. Because I love doing the inside decor. I don't really care that much about the outside decor, but Joseph and the kids love the outside decor. So that's why we like to have separate budgets for each category so that the people who care about that category know that there is funds set aside for that particular category. And then another fun thing that we do as a family is some years we do 12 days of Christmas, where we each get a small gift in advance, like the 12 days leading up to Christmas. And so we set a separate budget for that. And that budget gets divided among the four of us to then go out and get small presents for each other for us to unwrap every day. That's just one of the special family traditions that we like to follow, that we make sure to include in our holiday spending plan. So think through your special holiday things that you like to do, because chances are a lot of those things will, or many of those things will cost some amount of money. Even if it's something like making holiday cookies. Well, it's going to increase your grocery budget a little bit to get the supplies for those holiday cookies. Maybe you want to get special icing and special glitter or sprinkles. Those things add on to your budget. So you want to make sure that you are planning for those things in advance. And of course, special holiday dinners, you may get more expensive cuts of meat, you might get different types of produce that you don't usually get, and also small amounts of herbs and things like that that can easily add up to a few extra $100. So make sure that you plan for that, because when you list everything all out, then you can add it all up and say, okay, this is how much I'm going to be spending on the holidays. I know exactly what's important to me. I know exactly where I'm going to be spending my money. And so then you're able to spend abundantly for the holiday that you want, because you know that you've already included it in your spending plan. So speaking of spending plan, now that you know how much you want to spend on each holiday, we're going to revisit the spending plan, plug in those numbers, and hopefully you still have a budget surplus, or you're able to carry over budget surpluses from potentially less expensive months like October and November, so that you have those extra funds in December. But maybe it's possible that between October, November, and December, you still don't have quite enough to have the kind of holiday season that you want to have. And so then maybe you'll decide to carry over some of those costs into January or February. And it's okay for you to decide that that is something that you want to do, because the holiday is important to you, and enjoying it the way that you want to and being able to spend the way that you want to in that holiday is important to you. The last thing that you want to do, though, is to not consider how much the holiday is going to cost, spend, and then be shocked in January. We don't want that. We want that if something does carry over to January or February, where you're going to be using some of your budget surplus to pay off your holiday fund, that you're prepared for that. And then, of course, the final step is going forward. Now you know what your holiday spending looks like. So you can create a sinking fund for that holiday spending. For your 2021, you can create that sinking fund right in January, add that to your 2021 one-year spending plan, so that when the end of 2021 rolls around, the funds are already there. We've created a free holiday planner for you to help you implement all of this, and with a little cheer because it's decorative and holiday themed. So you can grab your copy over at onebighappylife.com/holiday 2020. So tell me down below, what's one thing that you are looking forward to splurging on this holiday season? All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Now, I know that you're here because you want to live your financial dream life, and one of the best places to start is with a one-year spending plan. So head on over to onebighappylife.com/spending plan to download our free spending plan template and start taking control of your money.